And what do you think is the cheat code?
Time management is one of them. The other one is time management organization the same thing? They kind of go hand in
Kinda,
hand.
kinda. Uh, you mentioned goal setting,
Goal set.
time management. You didn't have any of that, you said.
No, bro. Honestly, it was. And here's the thing. I will say though, it's changed because obviously when I was growing up
Mm-hmm.
and when you were growing up,
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't social media like there is today, right?
Yeah.
So 13-year-old me back then and 13-year-old me now had way different access to different resources, right?
Yeah.
So like a 13-year-old now, when they're just regularly scrolling on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, will see motivational speaking. We'll see these. This is how you become successful. This is. I just remember being in a bubble. What do you mean successful? Success for me is if my mom gives me $1 for the ice cream truck when it rolling around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not no. Let's sit down. What's your goal when you're 18? What do you want to do? It's like I'm just trying to pass my classes in high school,
Mm.
right? And that's it.
Do you think any kid had more than that?
I'm saying now I think it's different. I think back then, yes, I think parents play such a huge role. Where I've seen it firsthand, whether it's in my nieces and my nephews, whether it's in my cousins, and whether it's in friends. Like I see other friends, and again, certain, and I admire these skills that they have, right? Like it's okay to be jealous in something of khair when it comes to like the Islamic perspective, right? But these are good characteristics. They had really good time management skills. They really know how to say no to certain things and not just yes to everything.
You're talking about the kids? You're talking about the parents?
No, the kids. I'm
Oh
talking about
wow.
like let's say 14,
They
15.
say no to stuff?
Yeah, bro. I'm
Damn.
telling you, but that all went back to how their parents raised them. There was structure, there was organization. And so when at such a young age, that begins to wire, then it becomes normal to
You
them.
saying you had no structure?
Zero structure.
But you went to school, so there's some structure there.
Even that is just like
That's not structure to you?
no, that's not structured enough.
That's as much structure as I had. Or I would argue that's as much structure as any kid had.
No, definitely not. I mean, I'm comparing myself to the friends that I had around me. When I go home after school
Yeah.
and I get my homework done, I'm getting it done the morning of in the bus on the way to school. My friends got it done the day before. If there's a project that's due, they have it done a week before. I'm doing it 2 days before. They're it whatever, you know what I mean?
I
Like
feel like this is a you problem. You know what I'm saying? Because
no, see, if you didn't have that problem, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
yeah.
Go. That's why I was pushing back about the like when your parents are hard on you or a hard upbringing. I guess that needs to be defined. Hard on
Yeah.
you. If they're hard, like my friends' parents were hella hard on them.
Mm,
Their parents were successful. They lived in big houses. But they were hard on their kids.
mm,
I wasn't coming from a financially well-off family at all,
mm,
and my mom was not hard on me when it came to like because she didn't know any better.
mm.
See what I'm saying?
So this is as much structure as I probably had, right? This is as much structure as I probably had. Go to school,
Uh,
and your plan, your life plan is to graduate. That is it. You know how I know I'm
That's why we're both sitting here right now.
huh? Well, hey man, damn, you just go do me like this. Like my life goal objective or my objective in life was always told to me like just graduate.
Yeah.
That's it. So when I came back home from school like you did, I just if I had homework, I would just have to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if I chose to do it the morning off, sometimes I would. If I chose not to do it because I felt like, my grades probably gonna not suffer at all, then I wouldn't. If I knew I had a homie that had the answers and he was just gonna send it to me, I'll just copy, right? But the idea was just like, hey, go to school and graduate. And the way I know that you're doing what you do well is I don't get a call from your school.
Mm.
That was success. If I don't get a call from your school and the report card at the end of the year isn't terrible, you're good. Even if it meant zero time management.
But then, did you have any type of like, okay, TV time? No, this, no, like going to the mall, limited, going to friend's house, limited,
Questions
like
like, for example,
limitations.
let's say I'm watching TV. Hey, did you do your homework? Yeah. Uh,
They good.
you're good. You didn't do your homework? Go do your work. Come back.
Mm.
At the most,
Yeah.
it was like, did you do what is the bare minimum? And then you
But let me tell you,
yeah.
if that wasn't the case
Mm,
and it was more structured, Okay, you're watching TV. You're only allowed to watch TV at these times. At these times, you're doing your homework.
Mm.
When you're done doing your homework, then you're gonna do this. You're gonna fold clothes and you can contemplate your life and how you came to existence,
Yeah.
right?
If that was life, I don't think I'd be here today.
What, you think you'd kill yourself, or you?
Probably. Brother, I hated chores.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
I think when kids have discipline from an early age,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's discipline.
Mm.
It becomes instilled in them. It becomes hardwired. SubhanAllah, like, look, as much free choice as we have,
Mm.
it's like I have a daughter. I can see how she's almost, right? She has her own personality, SubhanAllah. It's like, it's just crazy to see. But it's almost like a blank canvas to a certain extent. What you are like instilling within her brain and her mind is really going to shape who he or she is going to be.
That's a fear of mine. But
It's
yeah.
scary. It's very scary.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the biggest blessing. Oh my God, it's amazing, but it's one of the scariest things to go through.
Yeah.
And to think 10 years from now is even more scary,
Yeah.
because I understand that these first 3, 4, 5, 6 years will literally determine how she reacts to a lot of things, because it's become hardwired
Mm.
and it becomes a habit, it becomes instilled. And that's what I'm saying. It's like if those things were instilled in me as a young kid, oh, you're crying for candy, I'm not just gonna give you candy because you're crying. You need to listen to my directions and to my rules. It's discipline. So that's another quote unquote chico.